Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how to plant bell peppers in a 5-gallon bucket container garden. So this right here is just from Bonnie Plants, green bell pepper. And I bought this for about $2.98 from Lowe's. But what we're going to do is we're going to transplant it from this into a 5-gallon bucket. Now there's a couple things that you need to keep in mind when you plant things in 5-gallon buckets. One is that if you look, these leaves right here are not the true leaves of the plant. They actually just sprouted up when the plant sprouted itself. So these you want to go ahead and take off before you do anything else. And when we transplant it, what we're going to do is we're going to bury it. We're going to actually bury it into our potting mix past where we pulled the leaves off, so to about right there. You're going to need 3 different types of soil as well as some other things that I'm going to discuss later in this video. The first is going to be topsoil. You can go ahead and buy that at your local hardware store. That cost me about $1.98. You're also going to need cow manure. This right here I got for about $5.98 at Lowe's. The third is going to be potting mix. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix all 3 of those in together. You need to find yourself a nice mixing container. This right here is just an old tote that I had lying around, but I believe that this will work out perfectly for what I'm trying to do in mixing these 3 different types of soil together, which are going to be the basis of the potting mix. So we have 1 bag of topsoil. This is just the base, very cheap. We're going to throw the entire bag in. And we're actually going to use about 1.5 bags, because this is going to be the bulk of the potting mix. Next, we're going to go ahead and put our manure in, our black cow manure. We're going to put in about 1/4 bag into this mix. And last but not least, we're going to use our potting soil. Really light. This is mostly peat moss and compost. We're going to fill up about 1/10 bag of this. Now obviously we're going to need something to mix it around. Simple shovel. You can use a hand shovel, or if you just want to get it done quickly, use a normal size shovel and just mix it in. Now when we're choosing a 5-gallon bucket, we want to make sure that it's safe to actually grow food in. So what you need to do is you need to look on the bottom and check to see for a triangle and the number 2 with HDPE, which means it's safe to actually have food in. So there's not going to be any types of chemicals that are going to be leaching off from the plastic into the soil, which can contaminate your food. Now with peppers, they do require a lot of drainage. The reason we want to create drainage is because we'll end up with root rot, which will accidentally kill the plant, which is something we don't want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill at least 6 holes in the bottom, and I'm also going to drill about 6 to 8 holes in the side. Covers the bottom. Then you just want to simply turn it over, and you want to drill about 2 inches from the top. So a good rule of thumb, if you don't have a tape measure, is actually to use your thumb. The width of your thumb will be 1 inch, 2 inch. So we're going to drill about right here. but it doesn't have to be exact. There we go. So that's the way it looks from the inside. Now we're ready to add our dirt. All right, now it's time to add our mix into the bucket. So I've mixed all 3 elements pretty thoroughly. I suggest that you do this on grass, because if you have concrete, the last thing you want to do is have to clean up soil off your concrete. But if you put it on the grass, it's no big deal. If anything, your lawn will pretty much thank you for it. And I'm only going to fill it up about 3/4 of the way full. When transplanting, it's very important to never pull the plant from the stem. What you need to do is let gravity do the work for you. Very simple. Turn the plant over. This one's pretty rooted well. And then it comes right out. With these roots, you just want to massage them just a little bit. That way, they're going to be able to find themselves their new home. Now we plant them in the soil. Remember where I pulled the leaves off? Right about there. That's where we're going to plant it down to. That level. Once it's planted, just give it a generous amount of water. The rule of thumb is until the water starts to seep out of the bottom. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, please drop a comment down below, like and subscribe to my page, and I'll catch you in the next video.